voice of Jasmin Gaines. Entschuldige mir bitte, ich bin ein deutschsprechender Ausländer, das ist nicht so einfach für mich zu erklären, aber, auf Englisch. We have the moral high ground. That is what I want you to know, okay? I want to be very clear with all of you. It doesn't matter how many times I called Richard the N-word on camera. It doesn't matter that Richard supported white supremacists on their channel, even though those white supremacists not only wanted to kick all of the black people out of the United States and Canada, but specifically said they would kick out Richard. It doesn't matter how many times Richard had knives on camera, guns on camera, how many times he directly made threats of violence to people. We have the moral high ground. And you know why? Because it's art! Richard is an artist! None of you appreciate his art! If Richard films himself going to Costco, that is art! And if you can't appreciate it, you shouldn't even be on the internet! You don't understand. The internet is not a place where two different people can have two different opinions and discuss it. Okay, no. The internet is a place where Richard is a great artist who stockpiles guns and ammunition and swords and, you know, those knives that are like little flip knives and other stabbing implements in his apartment, and makes threats about people and talks about his violent fantasies about wanting to kill people, babies, children, whatever. Doesn't matter. Art. Okay? And if someone suggests to him that his time could be better spent reading a book instead of playing video games for 3 hours at a time, that person is bad and evil and wrong and deserves all the insults and harassment and threats of violence and invitations to have, you know, some kind of boxing match. I don't know. I don't watch that stuff with Richard. Whenever he's in the other room watching MMA, I just close the door and try to live stream, try to think happy thoughts while I'm simulating myself shooting people in the head in Iraq and Afghanistan. Okay, art. We have the moral high ground. Do you remember that time when one of the most successful YouTube channels that there is, Grade A Under A, made a very mild and very funny criticism of Richard that was also completely true, and Richard responded by uploading a video that was so vile, so violent, so vulgar, and so inappropriate that it was almost immediately banned from YouTube. Do you remember that? Well, forget it! Because we have the moral high ground, and it doesn't matter how wrong we are, even if I'm wrong or right. Now sign up to our Patreon and give me your money because this YouTube thing isn't working out anymore, okay?